The following content does not reflect the opinions of Fox Sports Radio. That should become perfectly clear in about 20 seconds.
All right.
Yo, yo, yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the number one rated Paulie Tony Fusco show.
Yo, yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today.
Yeah,
NFL season officially here. Eagles to start their chase of 17-0. Book it.
Let's
Gonna
go.
happen. Opening the season in
Done
Brazil,
deal.
where fears of crime and general lawlessness are running rampant. There's a special report today. We are going to go live to Sao Palantonio for live updates.
The city is Sao Paulo. That's the city. Sao Palantonio has nothing to do with this.
What?
No, you should have nothing to do with this. Why are you talking?
Wait, do we or do we not have Sao Palantonio?
No.
Well, maybe you should have booked them. You thought about that?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Anyway, we got this other guest. See, I thought it was going to be both of them together.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
So
Whatever.
did
All
I.
right. He's a guy. He's a noted big Philly sports fan, this guy. Obviously not as big or as notable as us,
No.
But he's trying, you know him as the guy in the face paint screaming in the stands at all the games, the Philly sports guy. And plus, on the subject of crime and lawlessness, we're going to give you our full reaction to the shooting of San Francisco receiver Ricky Pearsall. And we're going to tell you how it will likely impact Monday night's game.
Yup.
But we got so much to get to,
we
Tony.
do.
Let's just get right into it with our top story. Of course, the big headline, the Eagles about to open their season versus the Packers in Brazil, despite reports that the city is unsafe and overrun with criminal activity. And Tony, this just once again shows the NFL's anti-Eagles bias.
Totally right.
They knew the only way to stop the Eagles from going all the way this year was to get them killed.
Yup, as the saying goes, if you can't beat them, kill them.
Well said, Tony. And, I got to say, I'm less concerned about this game and more concerned if we happen to have to play a playoff game in San Francisco.
Totally right.
They actually have players getting shot there. Just put up that graphic. Look at this. This is cities where NFL players have been shot so far this season. You see, Brazil, 0, San Francisco, 1.
Numbers never lie. There you go.
Nope.
Right there.
Yep. And of course, we're talking about this Niners rookie wide receiver, Ricky Pearsall, who got shot and survived after someone tried to steal his Rolex. Oh, and by the way, on that note, today's show is sponsored by Casio Fine Men's Watches. Do you want the watch that tells time and won't get you killed? Casio. 0 attempted murders since 1972.
Yeah, just $19 is all it costs for peace of mind.
Yep. And, by the way, I got to say, Tony, too, people, they always talk about how the Eagles are the worst fan base in the NFL. Hey, well, at least we don't shoot our players.
Yeah.
We don't shoot at them,
No, exactly. Just a couple of warning shots in their general direction, but no direct hits.
No direct hits. And, and Tony, on this note, this whole shooting situation might be a good opportunity for Aaron Rodgers, who opens up his season against San Francisco in San Francisco on Monday. People, they're saying he wants to get out of playing for the Jets again. Well, don't be surprised, people, if you see him show up to the stadium wearing, 2 or 3 Rolexes,
Absolutely. That way he can get shot and not have to deal with the far worse fate of playing for the Jets.
Yep.
Because when you think about it, you get shot, that pain's over in just a few hours. But if you play for the Jets, that pain lasts for months and months.
Terrific analysis there, Tony. And people saying this shooting is a bad thing. If you break it down and think about why San Francisco's been playing so well, look, the more the crime rate has gone up in that city these past few years, the better that team's been playing. And you look at it, it's got to be the motivation from knowing, hey, if we lose this game, when we leave the stadium, we're going to have all our fans shooting at us.
Yeah, coaches always say, play this game like it's your last. Well, in San Francisco, it might actually be your last.
Great point, Tony. And, now moving to a shocking new report. Sources say they've gotten hold of a purported PR plan that exposes the Travis Kelce-Taylor Swift relationship to be nothing more than a scripted sham.
What?
I'm just as shocked as you are, Tony. Anyway,
Wow.
According to the script, the two are reportedly set to break up on September 28th. Tony, your reaction?
Well, if this is the case, this is very smart strategic planning by Travis Kelce's PR team.
Yup.
I just checked the NFL schedule, and the day after, September 29th, the Chiefs will be playing against the Chargers in Los Angeles, which will make it very easy and convenient for Travis to find his next fake celebrity girlfriend.
Yup.
The latest odds show the likelihood of which single female performer will become Travis's next fake girlfriend. And right now, Sabrina Carpenter is the favorite at minus 3,000, with Kelly Clarkson next at plus 1,000, Celine Dion at plus 20,000, and Carrot Top, the dark horse, at plus 30,000.
Terrific update and romantic analysis there, Tony. And on to another story. Well, we don't cover women's basketball on this show because, it's women's basketball. But, we see a lot of people out there, morons, saying this Caitlin Clark is a shoo-in for WNBA Rookie of the Year. Tony.
People need to see the full story here. Sure, on one hand, you have Caitlin Clark, who set a bunch of records and, drew unheard of ratings and, quote unquote, transformed the sport, I guess, as some people say, and is making the league millions of dollars in revenue. But on the other hand, this Angel Reese is really good at rebounding. So, it's way too close to call, if you ask me.
Undeniable analysis there, Tony. And now do a quick word just in time for back to school. Make sure to visit the official Fusco Show merch store to get your children all they need to let the other kids know what losers they are. You got shirts, hats, mouse pads. Click the link in the description.
Yeah, stop being a shitty parent and buy your kids something worthwhile for once in your life.
Yup, and I see our guest coming on the line. Is that Sal Paolantonio or the other guy? All right, he didn't even respond, so I'm going to just assume it's the other guy. Rude.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just get him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, we go live via satellite to Brazil, where there he is in his hotel lobby or something, I assume. Some people say he's one of the biggest Philly fans out there. Okay, he's big. Not as big as us, but big, close.
No, of course.
He's been attending every single Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers game for years. You see him in the face paint just like he's wearing now, supporting the teams, representing our proud city as it should be represented. His name is Jamie Paglielli. And
no, it's Paye. Like Yippee-I-Yo, Paye.
Usually we don't tolerate interruptions on the show. Clearly our producer failed at telling us how to pronounce your name. He'll be fired. But all right, anyway, you know him as the Philly sports guy. Easier to say. All right, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. Down here in beautiful, I'm in Rio de Janeiro here. I go over to Sao Paulo tomorrow.
Now, are you going to Sao Paulo or are you going to see Sal Paolantonio? We just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Sal Paolantonio is no longer like in Philly anymore. He goes and does other cities. He doesn't come to Philly very much anymore, does he?
We don't know. We're very confused as to how Sal Paolantonio plays into all of it.
Yeah.
All right, as we established, you're coming to us live from Brazil, which is reportedly overcome with criminal activity. So our first question, how many times have you been shot at so far?
A whole zero. 0 times have I been shot.
Oh, surprising.
Wow.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe, I just got out of the sky. I was paragliding today. So it's literally paragliding and then came right over here.
Was that to escape the bullets on the ground?
No, that was just to be able to see everything. So if they were shooting
the fires,
if they were shooting at me, they missed.
Good.
Wow,
well,
bro. Were you in the full regalia too? Everybody.
I just wore this. I wasn't going to do the shoulder pads.
Oh.
I only wear my shoulder pads and football gear for the games themselves.
Just so we're clear, maybe no shootings, but what about knife attacks, axe attacks, armed robberies, anything like that?
Not in the slightest bit.
If you order lunch, are they like, hold on, Yeah, that'll be $100. Nothing like
Actually,
that.
things are so much cheaper down here than it is back home. Where it's,
really?
And I mean, they have all those Brazilian steakhouses back home. Well, this is where all the Brazilian steakhouses come from. So I've been eating a lot of steak, and it's been much more economical than it is back home.
Oh, give us an example. Like how much does a steak cost down there?
So I went to a place where it was very similar to like Fogo de Chao, where you get the Brazilian barbecue where they bring the meats nonstop.
We're well aware. Yep.
$60 included wine and tip.
Wow, seems like the face painting business is really paying off. If that's a cheap meal for you.
Yeah, things are going good for you, bro. $60 is nothing.
Yeah, Tony, maybe we need to start painting our faces after all.
When I take a girl on a date, I tell her right off the bat, listen, $20, that's the cutoff.
Max, yeah. Well, we got to ask you, you travel with the team everywhere. We got to ask you, where do you feel the greater chance of death, in Brazil or San Francisco?
Oh, I think San Francisco. Or, I know we're not going to Kansas City this year, but if they're having a parade, I would definitely have to, stay clear from that spot. I just wouldn't feel safe.
Whoa. Having a parade?
Yeah,
There's not going to be a parade there, bro. You're supposed to be a Philly fan. What's going on here?
There's not going to be a parade over there, bro.
They might be having a pride parade. Who knows what they're
going to do? There you go. That's more like... I apologize. I misunderstood.
Apologize. So see, we shouldn't doubt this guy. Exactly. Pags, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
No, I wanted to follow up before. There are apparently, I heard this, fires raging all across the city too down there. Is that what you're seeing? And if so, how did the 2017 Super Bowl parade in Philly prepare you to handle that situation?
So I have not seen any fires, but from what I'm told, they are closer to Sao Paulo. We're over by Rio, so
the mainstream media lying to us again. See, that's why we go straight to the source. Get it straight from a trusted source like you on the ground.
Not Sal Palantonio.
You're going to be getting a Lombardi and a Pulitzer for this year.
Exactly, bro.
All right, but we do want, while we've got this opportunity, you never come on the show. We do want to talk about you.
Yup.
We're sure a lot of our millions of listeners and viewers, especially the young ones, are watching this right now and wondering how they could potentially build a lucrative career like you, just by painting their face and then going to arenas and then, hopefully getting to eat $60 meals at Fogo de Chao like it's nothing. Well, what sage advice can you give them?
Work hard. It was hard work for me to get to where I'm at right now.
There you go.
Everybody thinks this is just very simple, but it's not very simple. First thing is that you better love people. If you don't like people, you can't do my job. And
I'm out. Okay.
You better be a fan of all Philadelphia sports, win or lose. That's
win, bro.
Yeah, but you guys are from Philly, and you guys look like you're old too, so you guys remember some of the bad times.
Of course,
that was a cheap shot.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean, bro?
All right. I mean, I'll go to Sephora and paint my face with that, okay? If that's what you're hitting at.
The paint takes off years.
Well, that leads to another question you had, Tony.
Yeah, I wanted to know, and I don't want to get too personal, but has a woman ever asked you to, do her in full makeup? Because I have to say, personally, if I was a woman, that's something, I may want,
That sounds hot to me, too.
Yeah.
I'm not a furry. So it's I will say that I tell people all the time, the Philly sports guy does not get laid. Now, Jamie gets laid sometimes.
I find this very hard to believe.
Jamie does, though. Pags does, bro.
But nobody gets it with the full face paint on it. And I just...
But or you charge extra for that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What is that, date number 7?
Nobody's been able to pay enough.
What were you doing before you got into this face painting thing?
I was a chimney sweep and a stonemason. I own my own
so your face was covered in soot.
So your face was always covered then.
Something like that, yes.
So then you thought, this black stuff wouldn't be so good, maybe green and white.
Yeah, I was breathing that stuff in and stuff like that. Just, it's not good. Picking up rocks and putting them down, it doesn't matter whether it's a brick or it's a stone or it's a piece of slate. It's hard work, and I'm done with that.
All right. Well, now we want to talk Eagles. Let's talk Eagles. First of all, the big offseason story, as you know, of course, we're talking about the stunning retirement of Nick Foles, just sending shockwaves through the entire league. When do you see him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? First ballot or maybe earlier?
I don't know that it's going to happen earlier. I don't know that he's going to make it into the Hall of Fame, but he's got he's got all his clothes over there, doesn't he? He's got like some gloves. He's got some shoes. He's got all that stuff.
Hold
in
on
there
just
already.
a moment, bro. Hold on. You say you're a fan of Philly sports?
What?
I heard that he's only going to go in for the Hall of Fame for the biggest sausage.
I mean, that is a great point by you. He will be in the Pro Football and Pro Footlong Hall of Fame.
Yup.
But, I do think if you're going to be a fan of Philly, you can't be so negative. It's very negative.
We thought you
bro.
were Mr. Positive, bro.
I am Mr. Positive. I'm positive that he ain't going to be in the Hall of Fame other than already in there.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right, hold on just a moment here. Usually at this point, we would just throw you off the show straight into the gutter. But since you're a fan, just like
family.
us, we're all family, we're going to give you one more chance, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the season coming up. A careful analysis shows the Eagles going 17-0. What's your prediction for the season?
I'm close to that. I got him going 12-5. I think that
12-5?
12-5.
That's close.
Yep, I got it.
That's a disaster. 12-5.
You may not get shot in Brazil, but you're definitely going to get one when you get off the plane back here, bro. You keep that up.
I think some of those games where they're close together, I think they're going to lose a couple of them. Yeah, it's every once in a while you have a bad game.
Hold on. The Brazilians, have they gotten to you? Are they holding you hostage right now? Is there a gun pointed at you or something?
Do
you need
bro?
help? Raise your hand if you need help.
I am not hostage.
What's going on, bro?
Oh, you're not being held hostage,
You're not held
bro?
hostage,
well, guess
bro?
what? You are going to be held underwater
what, bro?
when you get back into town.
Pags? Time to pack your pags, bro.
You can pags your
You can
bags
pack your
and get
pags.
off the
You're
show.
off the
You're
show.
out of here.
See ya.
12 is your
12 and
IQ.
goodbye,
5 is the minutes you have to live. Get out of here.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
We are never having that fraud on the show again.
Yeah. Clearly, he's not a real Philly fan.
Clearly not, and we
No.
exposed him anyway. Let's not let him ruin, which was a terrific show all around. Of course, remember to visit the Fusco Show merch store. And
Spend all your money. Oh.
what is going on with your camera? What is
Jay?
Even your camera can't bother to look at you. Oh, there he is.
Corrections.
All right, what? What do you want?
What? Hurry up.
You guys were worried about the crime rate in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, bro.
Very troubling, bro.
The crime in Sao Paulo is basically the same as the crime rate here in Philly.
Oh, yeah, well, after the show, you're going to be sow dead.
Yeah. And let's just say the murder rate is about to go up by 1 yo. Oh.
Good one, Tony.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
What?
You also got the date wrong for when Casio was founded.
Nobody cares, bro.
Yeah, nobody cares, bro.
It wasn't 1972. The company was founded in 1946.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what's going to be founded in 2024? Your corpse.
Yeah, you know who gets a date wrong? Every girl who swipes left on you.
Oh, great one,
you're
Tony.
done. Thank you.
What?
Let's go. We're
What?
done.
Tweet.
What?
You said the WNBA Rookie of the Year race between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is still up for grabs.
Too close to call, bro.
Yep, too close.
No, DraftKings has Caitlin Clark favored at minus 3,000. So looks like the race is over.
Oh, yeah, well, minus 3,000 is also going to be a paycheck this week.
And the race is over is what God said when he made you.
Oh, great
you're
one,
done.
Tony.
Shit.
Oh, but here,
Let's get outta
a God
here.
in human form coming on the show next week,
Who?
Tony. Just
Who?
booked Super Bowl hero and, yes, future Hall of Famer Nick Foles will be on the show. Hey, don't forget,
Huge.
visit the merch store, stop freeloading, start buying.
Yup. Rate and review, 5
rate
stars.
and review the show on Apple
Yup.
Podcasts. And, Tony,
Yup.
great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.